What's up, guys? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints, and now I'm coaching you guys up. So today we got the Steelers training camp. We got half Skelly, so these guys are going to be guarding these guys man. Couple cool points that I want to point out when it comes to the split of the receivers. So pay close attention. Also, I posted a video last night of because a lot of guys been asking about zone coverage. So I'm posting that and putting that on my GoProFootball.org website. So that's going to be on there. It's going to put all the zone coverages and breakdowns on there. So I'll put that in the description box lower, and you can check that out, okay? For my guys who already signed up, it's in there. So just go to the zone category and you'll see it. And I'll post more demonstrations on there too, okay? Because zone coverage is a little bit more, I'd say, deeper. And it also depends on the scheme of your defensive coordinator. So it's a lot of things that goes into that, okay, fellas? All right. So we right here. So we got an inside guy. So this could be a nickel, corners, over, or safety. Doesn't really matter. Got a corner. So first thing that we see right here is, hey, they're basically stacked, right? So one of the biggest things that you have to understand is you got to play at different levels, okay? When they're closer together, and I'm going to show you. So this one right here, and there's different ways to play it. So he can, let's say the coach wanted him to do an in and out. So an in and out would be, let's say he would be closer and he would be right here. And when this guy, it's the first in, he got the first in, and then he got the second in. If it's the first out, second out, which means they basically both go out, he will get the first out, he will get the second out. If first in, first out, let's say, and mind you, there will be this almost basically the same levels if this happened, if they did this, if they guarded them like this. But let's say he went in first, he would take that, and then he went out, he would take that. So that's one way to play it. The way that these guys played it right here, played at different levels, he's gonna press the point, which actually he doesn't. I'm gonna show you because there's a couple ways when it comes to this that you can do it as well. And then he takes the guy after the point. But check this out. What he does is he lines up as if he's gonna press the point, and then he actually gets the guy off the line, and then he takes this guy. So there's a few ways that you can actually guard it, but the key is communication between each other. So if we were gonna do an in and out, we'd be like, hey Mark, in and out, in and out. So I know, right? Or I got point. So this communication is key on defense, fellas. All right, so let's watch the first rep. Let me see. Just be careful right there. So you're gonna see when the receiver gets to the top of the stem right here, where do we see our eyes? See, our eyes can get us in trouble at the top of the stem. So whenever you're playing man and the guy breaks it down, let's say he runs this comeback, you got to make sure, and it's a habit that we all have to break, guys. It's a habit we all have to break. But you got to, as soon as you see that, your eyes, I mean, technically your eyes should be on him anyways, right? So when he breaks, you got to make sure that your eyes are glued to him first, because what I was taught and what I experienced, I'm telling you, I remember when I went to Prime U, first thing Kevin Mathis said, he said, hey, because we were getting got on that. So a guy would run a comeback, we would peek at the quarterback too early, and then we would try to, we'll get back to the receiver, but it'll be a little bit too late. So what happens is, right here, you see that? You see how he was looking back at the quarterback? That split second, even though it does not seem like a long time, that split second, we're not sprinting to him, and we're going to see a lot of balls completed. Look how close he is. So imagine if his eyes were disciplined and glued to him, and he got out of that break really fast, he stayed low, and he got out of that break. That's the difference between a completion and a breakup or a pick. So it's little things, all right? Okay, different levels. Now, let me see. These guys are actually, you didn't necessarily have to do different levels right here, fellas. Now, you could. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. But I would say their split is far enough for both of you guys to press if you wanted to. For me, it was always easier to press as a nickel inside. I just felt more comfortable to press up, and I would rather the outside guy played off, right? If we're gonna play at different levels. But right here, this split is far enough where they both could press if they wanted to. All right. So let's look at the technique. Again, if I'm playing inside, if I were you, I would outside shade, yo. And you see he does the outside release. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Man, there's a lot of clips I can do right here. Okay, let's say no. So for the first rep, he's on him, right? That's cool. Let's say that the quarterback wants to throw this to Juju. I think that's Juju. All right, look how much space we have over here. So a good quarterback's gonna do what? If he does decide to throw it to the slot guy, he's gonna what? He's gonna throw it out here. I mean, look at all this real estate over here. That's just a harder play to make for us as DBs. I would rather outside shade him in that press to make it hard. So if he's gonna do this, he's gonna have to go all the way out here, or he's going to have to do an inside release and then try to go. But we're gonna be on the outside shade. So protect yourself inside. Now let's watch on the outside. Now I'm looking at Joe Hayden. So they're in the shotgun. What is the shotgun 3-step? It's catch and throw, right? Got AB right here. Catch and throw. So I can tell he's not reading the quarterback drop at all. So now we're playing blind and we're gonna have it's almost like we're gonna be guessing. So watch. Boom. I'm not saying it's not a good break, but it's still split seconds. It's like playing blind. It's like playing without information. Normally you see NFL guys, especially when it comes to man. Well, no, it doesn't matter if it's man or zone, off zone. Guys are reading the quarterback. All right, they're going. I'm talking when I say read the quarterback, I'm just talking about the drop. Okay, so watch. And I do like this about Hayden. You see the NFL guys. Look, they're chasing them down, fellas. Let's watch the whole thing. We gotta tag them off and go for the rip. Chase the joker down. You're gonna get in shape at the same time. Good job, Joe Hayden. I would say read the drop, man. It's a 3-step. Bam. You'll never make a play. Good job. You'll never make a play on a short route. What do you call it? In the quick game without reading the drop. I'm just telling you. So this is a good job. Let's watch the inside. Okay. All right. Be careful what happened, but the cool thing about inside, and this is probably why I felt really comfortable inside. At the end of the day, you most likely you got a free. You're playing outside shade, so he really wants to get out here for the most part. It's too much clutter in here. So even though we don't have great technique in our press, on the outside, it's almost like, okay, cool, So just don't be mindful of having a technique. You get outside kick step, you got outside strike and get back to balance, you get really outside buzz foot fire. There's a whole bunch of different techniques which I do teach in a one-on-one mastery, so definitely get that. But even though we hop and we don't want to hop, we still kind of protected right here because he wants to run that outside breaking road. Let's see. See? Now, okay, he grabbed him a little bit. Hey, they may call it in the game, whatever. It'll be all right. Now let's watch Joe Hayden down here locking somebody up. Let's see. Oh, he got him. You see how he's bowled out all the way over there? Now, obviously, that doesn't happen that often. I mean, come on. For the most part, I mean, you may catch somebody slipping. You get them, but hey, stay in square and then widen him out. You win. You win the rep. Just be careful. I only say shoot two hands when you got him right in front of you, which he did catch him right in front of him. But you can't get your hips locked if you shoot two hands. So I'm more of an alternating strike guy. It's like strike and replace, but hey, the receiver gave him his chest, so he gave it to him. Ooh wee, that looked bad. 18. All right, so now, okay, he's gonna play off. That's cool. Different levels. Let's watch it. Let's watch the inside first. Hey, I'll say good job staying square. If I would scooch I would keep scooching. I would keep shuffling. You notice that? Look at this. He's widening that out. I would keep going. I would try my best inside. When I'm playing scooch technique, off man, it doesn't matter, back pedal, whatever you want to do. I would try to protect my outside leverage as much as possible. We're working on it this off season with a couple of my college guys. Look, man, protect that outside shade as much as possible. Obviously, if he wants to do a must outside release, he's probably going to get it, but he's going to be all the way to the sideline. So keep shuffling. I like how this guy stays square. So excellent job by him. And let's watch the corner. I think it's Joe Hayden. Make sure we always tag off like we're going to make the tackle, because you know the game, we got to make the tackle. So tag off and put yourself in a good position. Let's watch this. You know how I am, man. I mean, look, if a guy does a speed release, you know, and you have to angle it off or crossover run, but you know, I don't really. You know what? There's really never a time where you necessarily have to cross over immediately, you know, or open the gate. Maybe angle off, right, in our pedal. I mean, not pedal, but shuffle, stand square. But I would say, yo, shuffle is, you need to try your best to stay square and shuffle. Don't do the crossover, because that's when he comes out here, you know, and they come back in and you're screwed. So you got to practice good technique when it comes to that. Also, what happens when you cross over and run and open the gate immediately? This is what happens, right? And I learned this the hard way too. So he's gonna get to the top of that stem. He's gonna get to it, and then a good quarterback's gonna put it on the money. You'll never make the play. So all I'm saying is, yo, have your technique. You don't want to cross over and run too early. Let's watch a couple more, and then tag off. Go for the rip. So we're both pressed. Okay. All right, so we're gonna be a little bit more aggressive. All right, number one, yo, I get it, cause look, we're beat. Always chase him down. You never know what happens. So chase him down. You're gonna at least get in shape in practice. So let's watch this, man. This is the technique that I want y'all to learn. It's called strike and get back to balance. So a lot of guys don't know how to do it, and I would say this is like one of my, man, it's in the one-on-one mastery. This technique, once you learn it, you can be aggressive, but always be protected. Your feet will protect you. Your feet will save you. So right here, let's watch it. So we want to be aggressive, right? We want an outside strike. I like outside strike. So there's different techniques, aggressive and passive. The thing about it is, when we strike, it's almost like, I want to say we're lunging. And if you miss right here, which we kind of do miss, Juju does a good job. He's a big, strong guy, and he does an inside release. But then he gets to immediately stack because we don't get back to balance with our feet. See, a strike, it's a boom, it's a jab, it's a strike, and then your feet will get back to balance. So then he has to beat you a second time. Or it's like you pop him, so you catch him off guard, but you're not out of position at the same time. So what I see a lot of guys do is you strike, and then immediately the gate is open. So if you don't get a good strike, or if he doesn't do an outside release, you're screwed, right? That's why I would say, man, this one technique called strike and get back to balance, if you can master it, man, you will feel a lot more confident because you can get your hands on guys. But right here, we immediately open the gate, and when you're stacked, you got to just run and go make the play, make the tackle. It's tough, especially going against a fast guy. I got guys that ask me, Coach Mark, how do you go to the fast guy? Well, number one, this is what the techniques are for. So you just can't go against the guy and just you just can't go against the guy and have no technique. It doesn't matter if he's fast or not, he's gonna beat you, right? Now you may be able to catch up with him because you're faster than him, but the way to guard big guys and strong and fast guys is having good technique and then finishing, being in better shape than they are. You know, of course, speed's gonna help you. If you're just super slow, then even if you have good technique, he's gonna eventually pull away even when you're squeezing. But technique will protect you against speed. So all I'm saying right here is make sure we do chase him down, because it looks bad when we just quit and stop. And I guess some vets do that. But yo, the technique is what's going to save you. And striking it back to balance can be some of y'all bread and butter, especially you tall guys with long arms. Let's watch one more time. So okay, we're going to be aggressive. Get our feet back to balance. Strike, get back to balance. And then you still right here. Okay, I'll make sure you guys Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com so you can learn those techniques and get better. All right, fellas? Cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for the one-on-one mastery program.